describe the concern of the team after finding out that he would not be returning to the game?
Well, no update. I think there's no concern until we get an update. As far as we're concerned, he's just getting evaluated right now, so not much I can say on the situation.
Steve Buckley, Boston Herald. Can you at least tell us how it happened? Injury?
No, not really. It's just an injury that wasn't able to let him finish the game. He may be in next game, so I'm not going there.
Jesse Spector, Sporting News. Was this an injury that was fresh in this game, or did
no, I'm not going there. So anything else but injury here, I'll update you when I have an update. So there's nothing more. I mean, we can ask a million questions. I don't have any more information than probably you guys do right now.
Claude, you just talked about your decision to play Carl and then also to move him up and have him play in Bergeron's spot in the third.
Well, because like I said, I thought we could use him, and although he had very limited experience at this in this league, he's still a pretty skilled player that had a good year, and I thought if we were going to give him a shot tonight was probably a good time for it. He showed me enough to be able to move into Bergie's spot. I thought he played well, and although there wasn't maybe the chemistry that you see with that line usually because it's his first time, certainly not disappointed in the way he played tonight.
Kevin Walsh, Comcast Sportsnet. We saw a much better performance in the third period, was something said after the second, but why better in the third than maybe the first two?
I don't have that answer. Also, we just played better in the third, and we started playing versus maybe sitting back too much, and we weren't as good as we could have been in the first two. We're better in the third and give ourselves a chance.
Well, Steve Simmons, Toronto's son. What does it say about this series? You're heading to Game 6, and maybe the best player on each team isn't going to be able to play. We don't know that.
Yeah, I mean that kind of evens itself out if that's the case. But there's still a lot of good players on both teams that can certainly make things happen. But it's a challenge.
Become a war of attrition of sorts.
Yeah. I think it's about both teams wanting it bad enough to and hoping guys step up and do the job if those guys aren't back, and that works for both sides. And I think that's something that I'm sure both coaches would like to see from their players.
Hello, Scott, Burnside, ESPN.com. A couple times David Krejci didn't take draws. You had Rich out there doing. Is there a reason for that? Is David okay or?
Okay, Scott. I put two centermen almost all the time in our D zone, so that was just me continuing to coach the same way. Everybody's actually been pretty good on face-offs, so use your hot hands, especially in your own end. That's all.
Corey Mastersack, NHL.com. Is there anything in particular you'd like to see your team do differently against their top line? It seems like they've had two good games in a row.
Well, I mean, they have had two good games in a row, and the way the goals were scored, they were scored close around the net. I think we've lost track of Kane scored 3 goals in the last 2 games, and he's very good at kind of finding those quiet areas and sliding into the right spots, and that's why he's good. He's a good player and scores a lot of goals. So we just have to have maybe a little bit more awareness around our net because both goals were scored the same way.
Kevin Walsh, Comcast Sportsnet. Looked like you split Z and Seidenberg up late. How come?
No reason. So we split him every once in a while. Well, there was no real specific reason. Johnny was playing well, and every once in a while, depending on who is on the other team's lines, and as you know, with Tay's not out and stuff like that, they had some different looks at times, and we just put the pairs together, pairs that have played together before.
We're going to take 2 more English.
Claude, Mike Petralli, WEEI.com. Desperation, both in the third period and now going into Game 6. Your team has always played well, facing desperate situations. Just address what kind of factor you think that'll be going into Monday.
Well, it's pretty obvious, it's do or die, and we've been there before, and we've done well in that situation. So we've got to again win the next game. Right now, our goal is to create a Game 7, and to create a Game 7, we got to win Game 6. So that's our approach to it. We've been good at home, and we need to be good at home. Obviously, next game, it's as simple as that. There's no panic. You're not going to push us away that easily. We're a committed group, and we plan on bouncing back.
Okay, well, English, we need to file up and then we'll start fresh.